In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to knit a bobble using a chunky weight yarn. So I've already knit up until the point that I want my bobble to be. So this is the stitch that I want my bobble to be in. What you're going to do is knit into this stitch normally, but don't slip that stitch off the left hand needle. You're going to keep it there, take your right hand needle, and you're going to insert it down into the back of that same stitch. Wrap your yarn around and then bring that right hand needle down to catch that stitch, that yarn that you just pulled into the back. And you're still not going to pull that stitch off the left hand needle. You're going to take the right hand needle and one more time you're going to knit into the front of that same stitch. If it's a little bit tight, you can kind of wiggle your right hand needle a little bit. Wrap your yarn around, down, and now you can pull that stitch off the left hand needle. So we've just made 3 stitches in that one stitch. The next thing you're going to do is turn your work, which is just as simple as it sounds. You're just going to turn it around so that now it's the back or the wrong side of your knitted piece that's facing you. Now you're going to take your right hand needle, I'm still holding the yarn in my right hand, and you're going to go down and just purl those 3 stitches. So we're going to pull 1 stitch, 2 stitches, and 3. And now we're going to turn our work again. So we're going to turn it around. Now the right side of our work is facing us again. Take your right hand needle and we're just going to knit across those same 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And now this is going to be the body of our bobble. So the next thing we're going to do is slip these 2 stitches over the top stitch. So I'm going to grab that first one there, pull it up over the top stitch, and then same thing with this bottom one. Pull it up over the top stitch, and now we're back to having just 1 stitch. And this will be our bobble. So before we keep on knitting, I like to just kind of push the bobble to the front of the work, just like that. And then we're going to knit to the place where we want our next bobble to be. And I'll show you again. So we want our bobble in this stitch. So we'll knit into the front of the stitch, leave it on the left hand needle. Take that right hand needle, insert it down into the back of that same stitch. Wrap your yarn around that back needle, your right needle, and poke through, catch that yarn, and still leaving that stitch on the left hand needle. You're going to again go into the front, wiggle your needle a little bit if you need to, cross your yarn over, pull it through, and now come off the needle. And now we have those 3 stitches in the 1 stitch. We'll turn our work so the back is facing us now. And we're going to use our right hand needle to purl across those 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Turn our work one more time so the front is facing us. And we will knit those 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And now we'll slip these 2 stitches, the bottom stitches, over the top stitch. So let's take our left hand needle down into that first stitch, pull it up over the top stitch, and down through that bottom stitch, pull it up over that top stitch. And there's our bobble. Push it to the front of our work, if you've ever done the increase, knitting into the front, knitting into the back, this is very similar to that. We're just knitting into the front of the stitch, knitting into the back of the stitch, and then one more time knitting into the front of that same stitch, so that we have 3 stitches in the one stitch. So turn our work, purl 1, 2, and 3. Turn our work one more time. Knit those stitches. 1, 2, 3. And if you want to do it a little bit quicker, you really don't have to individually slip these 2 stitches over the top stitch. It's also perfectly fine if you want to grab both stitches at the same time and pull them over the top. And that is how you knit a bobble. I'll show you the finished result of what these bobbles look like. This is one that I've already finished. Bobbles do have a tiny hole that you might notice on either side of the bobble. So if you notice that either on the front of your work or on the back of your work, it's supposed to be there. That's just how it is when you knit bobbles. But yeah, I hope you found this video helpful, and happy knitting!